It's been smooth. I mean, everyone here has been very welcoming, making the transition very easy. And first day of practice, kind of getting the lay of the land of this place now. But again, everyone's been great here, and all the guys, helping me get through the drills, making sure like I know what's going on. And like I said, it's been a very smooth transition, and the guys, staff, management, everyone's been great to us.
Does it help to come to a team with a teammate like with Ryan?
Yeah, absolutely. Just knowing, we're kind of in the same boat, figuring things out, and we can kind of do it together. But again, they're making everything easy for us.
What stood out about your first practice?
Just the pace. It was high pace. Not much time in between drills, and just kind of get to business and get the work in and get off.
What about this facility?
It's great. It's an unbelievable facility. The gym, the training room, like just breakfast, just everything about it. It's top notch, and it's just awesome to see. And now I'm just gonna get used to it.
We hear you like cookies.
Love cookies.
What's your favorite?
I'm a big Oreo. I would have, before pregame naps, I'll have some Oreo before pregame nap. Oreos with my little guy, and he calls it cookie time. It's doing that, and so naps, and when I'm having my cookie, whatever it is, I'll try and get a FaceTime with him and tell him it's cookie time. So, but it's.
What do you think of the music? Is that something new for you at practice?
Yeah. It makes it a little more game-like, maybe not the music itself, but like just the being loud and kind of, talking through the noise, and it was good. Just surprised, but it was good.
Yeah.
What do you remember about this team playing against them in the playoffs a couple of years back?
Just how resilient and fast, and
First person to label you a cookie.
I got that nickname from Keith Yandel. There were no cookies at pregame meal, and I kind of didn't throw a fit, but was a little upset.
They got that squared away for you.
And Keith helped me, get that in the pregame routine or in the pregame meals, and then he kind of labeled me as, I've never seen someone act like that, so I'm gonna.
Team this photo. Situation here in Toronto, do they have it available for you?
Yeah. They had it at the game rink for pregame meal there and they were very good. I was very surprised. I was very happy with them.
Noel, it's been a whirlwind for you and Ryan. You've been in the same city for 24 hours for the first time probably a little bit. What did you do on your off day? Your first off day in Toronto to leave?
Just kind of walked around a little before the snow hit. We got lunch. Again, had some calls with the family, still trying to figure out some stuff there, and but just kind of take a breath. Actually, just maybe take a second and relax, because like you said, it's been a bit of a whirlwind, and just kind of going around. But it's first day off was nice.
Yeah, I'm assuming you guys are staying in hotels around. Is the family's going to be joining you?
Yeah, I think so. Since we got a couple big road trips coming up, I think it'll give us more time to kind of figure out what we want to do, but so they might head out after we come back.
What's your son's name?
Grayson, Greyson.
And your wife?
Caitlin, Kaitlyn. And then I have a little daughter, 10-month-old, who's Sutton, Sutton.
Too young for cookies.
Not Gray. Gray's 2.5, so he's indulged in plenty with me.
What fuels your game? When Ryan gave you the belt after the game, he said, "This guy will hit everything. You'll get used to it." Like, where's that come from?
For me, like, I might not be the most skilled, or, or can put the puck in the net every night, but, I want to bring an aspect every night that I know, whether it's just being hard playing against and, hit when I can, and, just be good defensively. And if I can bring something to the table every night that helps the team, like, that's what kind of fuels me, just, being a good teammate.
Is that something always your game, or did something click in?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, just for me to make it in the league, I had to kind of focus on what helped me get there, and I think it was my hard play, and I couldn't get away from that, so I just kind of, tried to make it the best I can, and work at it every year and try to keep it consistent. So you know what you're going to get out of me every night.
I think you've been asked this maybe the other day, but what did you think when Ryan went and got the gear for you guys? How did that kind of play out? And
Yeah. So when I first came into St. Louis and now being able to come here with him, everything for me, my family, his wife, his family's been great to us, and so like when we got the call that night, I went to the game rink where our equipment was, and he had that next morning went and picked up my skates that were because they weren't at the game rink. He picked them up with his stuff at the practice rink. So just the type of guy he is, would do anything for anyone, and and it's just he's been a great guy to be with, and I think he adds a lot to this locker room as well.
Games before practice, whereas you say you're not really as familiar with the systems and all that.
Well, I think honestly, the sooner you just kind of go and kind of trust the instincts of it, I think the better. And so it's kind of just nice to get in and just kind of let things happen in the game, because that's all. Get comfortable with it.
What do you think of the music?
It's good. It's nice. I think obviously puts a little more, I guess, a little pep in the step. I guess when you got the. I think it helps keep the pace up.
what did you do in your first day in Toronto as a Maple Leaf before you arrived?
Pretty much about it, but I know it's nice to look, open the window and just see the snow coming down. It's like, oh.
You got Noel's and your stuff. Can you sort of walk us through how that happened in St. Louis? Did you have to go find keys, or what exactly? How did that sort of play out?
Sorry, just we're getting
well, Sheldon said you had to basically get keys to the practice facility so you guys wouldn't be held up on Saturday. You had to go get the gear. Is that?
Yeah. So when I first got in, I was just kind of right down to the rink and just getting used to the stuff. And obviously we kind of all our stuff's a little more custom than normal, but they had so much stuff to kind of get into it and get situated. And
in St. Louis, did you have to go pick up his skates or something before the Noel stuff?
Oh no! Okay, sorry. That's what I was trying to figure out. No, we just ended up because we were trying to get in for morning skate, so I was going to go down and get the gear, but ended up we couldn't get a flight in time anyway. Okay. So then, no, I think I just I grabbed his sticks. That was about it, though. Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's okay. What do you think of the setup here? I think you spent time on 3 different pads in this whole workout.
Yeah, I was a little confused. I walked out to that ice and they sent me to the other one, and got out there and they sent me to the other one. I was kind of a little confused where I was going here, but I think it's great. It's nice because if you're on one sheet, it's going to get chewed up quickly and kind of slows it down. But when you're like that, being on 3 different sheets, it's kind of nice, especially for me. I'm not the greatest skater, so I can feel a little faster with less snow out there.
Were you able to absorb some more things you want to do, maybe tactically, at a full practice together? Like you were kind of bringing up the guys, just discussing setup systems.
Yeah, it's nice practice power play too, because we haven't really had many opportunities and such. So it's just kind of nice to kind of communicate what we kind of want to do off face-offs, and even too with the systems, and just kind of being a little bit more comfortable everywhere, be able to kind of talk to them and run through it a few times to see what it looks like and how it should be done. So yeah, it was great to kind of have that practice. The detail of it's incredible. It's fun to be around, and just you can tell it's effective. Just breaking down last game, little details and things we could be better at. Just very knowledgeable, and again, it's such a skilled team, but the work too. So it's fun to be part of.
You've been around the league for quite a number of years, played a lot of.
Down his line, he probably would have had a hat trick. But he's, he's just incredible. The vision, the way he gets the puck, and just the processing ability, his decision making, I think is just his next level. He's just, he already knows what he's doing. I think, before he even gets the puck, and like I said, for myself, it's it's very easy to play with. He's going to find you, and he's kind of just aware of everything that's going on around him. So it's been fun.
You guys are set for a long road trip. What's the plan for your family? Are they going to be joining you up here? What's the?
Hopefully, we're looking at trying to find a place right now to get settled in, but they're not going to come until kind of the end of that road trip. Yeah, there's no point of them kind of rushing here and not going to be here. So we'll take that time to kind of get settled and.
Him in the face just with his personality. What stands out about that?
Yeah, he's definitely got a lot of energy, you know, and yeah, usually sometimes guys, it's in the morning or later. I think he's just 24/7, high energy, ready to buzz kind of thing, which is, it's good. It's good. It's good to be around.
Starting tomorrow, you guys have a lot of games against the West. Having played there, do you think you'll be able to help in a pre-scout in some sort of way? Do you think?
Yeah, I think yeah, after seeing a lot of these teams coming up, yeah, I think my knowledge and if there's any little details we see against teams, just kind of sharing that and just talking with guys and such like that. But you know, obviously they got a great team here, and you know, it's just kind of fitting into that. And it's nice to kind of get on the road again to kind of get with the guys some more. You know.
What was your favorite fan moment growing up? I assume you're a Leafs fan.
I wasn't really. No, I wasn't. I kind of followed players. I kind of. You know, when I was really young, obviously it was Gretzky, and then kind of, you know, followed different players throughout. But, you know, my old roommate, my first year in the league, I lived with Darcy Tucker, and growing up, he was, you know, I always loved watching him play. And I can remember him just the crazy tuck size that he'd have that you'd see when you turn on the TV and watch the Leafs. So, you know, that was one of my favorites. Get to see them and now actually be very close with him, having lived with him, and you know, he kind of helped groom me for the league. But yeah, that's one of I'd say probably my favorite Leaf moments, I guess.
Did you hear from him after you?
Oh yeah, we've been texting back and forth and stuff, so it's good. I haven't got a chance to get together with him yet, but we will soon here.
Did he ever tell you anything about playing in Toronto?
Oh yeah. You know, first of all, he said, you know, I'm absolutely going to love it here, but you know, we know he loves it here and all the things he's done for the city and such like that. So yeah, we had great conversations.
What's the impression that Ryan O'Reilly's so?
I mean, I think both guys, you just can see, you know, their presence. Obviously, they were excited to be here, and you know them. Obviously, you know, the last couple games with them, I think we've gotten a big boost and just morale around the room. A lot of really good energies flowing, and I think you know, that's what you look for when you pick up key guys like that. And I think you know, we've been really welcoming. I think they've come in here and you know, made themselves at home, and it's been a lot of fun. So. In the right spots all over the ice. He plays extremely responsible on both ends of the puck, and he's extremely competitive. So, I mean, it was pretty evident, you know, in all three games he's played in, but I thought especially last game, you could see when stuff kind of started to slip for us, that line especially kind of went out. At the time, you know, maybe they, you know, as far as like the standings and where they sat, you know, maybe not as high as they would have probably liked to, but he's always a really tough player to play against, and you know, makes it really challenging on you. You definitely have to earn it anytime you're out there against him. So it's definitely fun to have him on this side for sure.
With the news about yesterday not being able to play the rest of the season or the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, it's you never like to see that, obviously, and. I mean, I think Muzzy just brings such a unique accountable and all that stuff. So obviously it's unfortunate news, but it's been nice. You know, he's been around the rink a lot. He's been traveling with us quite a bit too, and just you know, seeing him every day, it's great. I mean, he's a big part of this team still, and obviously a lot of guys here, we all have a lot of respect for him. So you know, it's just nice that he gets to continue to be around us and has a say in stuff, and obviously he's a big part of the leadership as well.
What were you feeling and seeing early in that game the other night? Because I think Sheldon said it was probably the most dominant you guys have looked all season. What were you?
I just think our strong. All season, and you know, counterattacking really strongly, and just playing quick. And I think when we're doing that.
Today, how important was a moment like that, and you know, how great was that for you guys to hear from her?
Yeah. kind of in her father's name, and for Black people in hockey, and just kind of shine the light on that and acceptance and all that stuff. So I thought it was a really positive message, and it was really nice to have her here at the rink today.
What do you think the practice will do for Ryan and Noel as they continue to kind of get adjusted here?
Yeah, I think it can only help. Obviously, it's that next piece of the puzzle. They've played a home game. They've played a couple games on the road now, spent time with their teammates. So getting that feel for the practice and being in this facility and seeing more new faces and all those kind of things, it just sort of completes that adjustment period for them, I think. And, everything will start to feel a little more like normal, at least the new normal for them. I think both guys have been adjusting very well, but talking to them today, they just feel like today was a good day for them.
Does it help that there's been so many road games for them and more coming, because to be around all their teammates sort of all the time?
Yeah, that's a great point. Obviously, like I said, they come right in. It's game day when they arrive, but right away, you get out onto the road, and then there's an off day in between there while we're traveling, another road game. So there's time spent there, a little bit of time here at home to get their bearings. They both have young families, so us being on the road, that in itself gives their families more time to get settled, find a place, and all these kind of things, and get their affairs in order, back in St. Louis too. So I think for lots of reasons, the road trip is a welcome thing for those guys, and our players, of course, enjoy being together on the road, and it's a good time of year to come together with a trip like that.
You have Ryan and Mitch and John together. How many iterations of the possible lines have you scratched, whether it's on your iPad, your notepad, your whiteboard, about potential combinations moving forward?
Yeah, lots. Especially now that we've been through it, and you see how John's really embraced being on the wing and how that's gone, and then knowing that O'Reilly has the ability to play the wing as well, and we've got various other guys that can move around in positions. Yeah, there's lots of options there for sure. So I'm very intrigued by the ability to move some things around. As I've told the guys from that line in particular, though, that I think it is important that while I do want to try different things, I don't think it makes any sense to have it be me switching things every game or every couple of games. We don't have that much schedule, but we do have enough schedule where we can give some things time to breathe a little bit before moving on to the next thing. And there will be a time, even if things are really rolling, that I do have to try some different things just to be certain that we have given some time to multiple looks to be prepared for anything that the future might bring.
I'm sure it didn't come as a shock to you, but what's your reaction to Jake officially being shut down for the remainder of the season, and how has he continued to help the group being around?
Yeah, it's not necessarily new for us. I think you're always holding out hope that things might settle for him, but I knew that it was probably going to be a real long shot. All that said, he has been in this facility every day that we've been here. He's at every game. He's made most of the road trips with us. And it just speaks to, his character for wanting to continue to be a part of it, do all that he can to help the team while not playing, while also still pushing himself. And you see him in the gym consistently and all those kind of things to do everything that he can in his control. Unfortunately, his body's just not going to allow him to play here this season. But again, speaks to this character to stay with it. Our players love having him around, enjoy his personality, his friendship, and then his leadership and his perspective on things. Now it's a different perspective not being in uniform every day, yet he still has connections to our team. He knows how we play, he knows what the expectations are. He's got great bonds with our players. He's a integral piece of our leadership group, and that won't change. We'll get everything we can out of him that way, and he's going to give us everything that he has, even though he's not going to be in uniform. He wants to win as bad as anyone, and that's one of the intangibles that he's brought here to Toronto. And to to that end, it's nice to see him every day when you see him in here. As much as you know, it would be really difficult for him that he can't be in uniform, and that's unfortunate. But he's giving us everything that he can.
Coach,
Go ahead.
he's such a unique player in some respects on the ice, grittiness. And why do you think the team has been able to fill that void? What have you seen on the ice?
Yeah, it is very difficult to replace exactly what he does. There's not a lot of defensemen that are as versatile in terms of what they bring, in terms of some offensive ability and the competitiveness, the physicality, the penalty killing, the size, all those pieces. Not a lot of guys like that. So like any of the other injuries we've had all season, you're not necessarily going to replace the player, but there's other players that can come in and give you good minutes, and then you need your team game to take care of any of the holes that might be there, and that's what we've done all season long. And through that process, I think we've seen tremendous growth in a lot of our other players, as particularly the young guys. You look at Sandin and Liljegren and how these guys have grown this season. Timmins obviously, comes in because of a lot of the injuries. He's a guy that, Kyle goes out and makes a trade to bring into our fold, and he's given us good minutes. There's been a number of Marlies that have come up and all these sort of things. But I think it's the team game that takes care of that, and also the individuals. So we'll just have to have more of that.
How important to finish on a good note at home tomorrow with the long road trip coming up?
Yeah, it's important for sure. You want to first of all go on the road feeling good. You want to be good on home ice every time, no matter what the circumstances. But it's a little pit stop for us here before we go out on a real difficult trip. Not it's gonna be tough competition, tough travel, all those sorts of things like you always get when you go out west. But certainly there's an important game on the schedule here that we can't overlook.
Is the expectation to get Rasmus back in tomorrow, based on how he looked today?
Yeah, practice was important for him to get through. And then we'll see how he is through the rest of the day. I think at this point it's probably looking more like another day or two could really benefit him. I think he's not far away, and I think he was really close today, but I think we may take a little more of a cautious approach with him. But we'll see, because it's at the point now where he's improving dramatically every day, and strength is not quite where they need it to be. But if that improves significantly and takes a big turn tomorrow, I feel like he could be a possibility. But all that's to say that he's very close, one way or the other.
Joey practicing today. I know he's on waivers. The hope that it just clears, and the message is that this is strictly a roster situation.
Yeah, that's really it. Joey's done a good job while he's been here, and like any player that you have on waivers, you from an organization standpoint, you want them to clear and stay a part of things, and have them continue to be an option for you. Yet the waiver system being what it is gives players like Joey an opportunity to play in the league if there's another team out there that has availability and desires a player. So we'll see how it goes here today. But Joey's been a real good player for us, and our organization's worked extremely hard and has given us good minutes. And for that reason, we'd like to see him stick around. But he's also a guy I think that can play in the league.
What does it mean to you about Ryan off the ice? We saw him last guy on the practice ice today. We've seen him in the games, but what are you noticing about him as a person, just off the ice or interaction?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just the way I've been able to sort of articulate it is that he's very fun and easygoing guy. Doesn't take himself or anything else too seriously. Yet his game and his routine and his craft he takes extremely seriously and works extremely hard at it. That's a pretty rare balance. You see a lot of guys that very serious and at times maybe need to loosen up and have a little fun and all those kind of things. I think he's got that good balance. There's a great level of confidence that comes with the type of career he's had and the accomplishments that he's had, being such a leader in St. Louis and win the Stanley Cup and the Conn Smythe and all these sort of things. But he's just got a great confidence about him that allows him to just be confident in who he is and be himself. Right from the moment he stepped in our facilities, he's just been himself and looks very comfortable. And I think that's allowed the adjustment to happen very quickly for him. And I don't think it's a stretch to say that he's an extremely important part of our team, but he also is bringing a lot of things to our team that are going to really help us in a lot of areas, not just in what his on-ice contributions are.